Hello and welcome to JK, It's Not About You. I'm Jen Rouse.
And I'm Kelli Murcko, and we're your hosts. We're new empty nesters, and we're here to talk about what the next chapter looks like.
For so long, we were taxi drivers,
Domestic engineers, chefs,
tutors, cheerleaders,
and everything else that goes along with being a parent.
No days off, no paid vacation, and very limited time to pursue our own passions. It just wasn't about us.
It really wasn't. Join us on this new endeavor as we find passions in all things empty nesting. The little birdies have flown the coop and they're living their best lives, and now it's our turn. We're sweating through our 50s trying to figure it all out.
From resetting on marriage, navigating divorce, dating at 50, we're here to reclaim our calendars, our bodies, and our newly found identities in this confusing yet exciting new phase of life.
So grab your glass of wine or beverage of choice, your cozy sweats, and join us as we unpack all things real in our 50s.
All right, welcome to our first episode.
This is it, our first episode.
I can't believe it's here.
I know. JK.
It's just not about you.
It's not about you at all.
It's not.
It. So great.
Anyway, I think, our listeners, viewers, everybody, all the above want to know, how we came up with this idea. And I think it, is pretty funny, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, I think it's funny. And not only funny, I just think that it's just something that is on the docket. People are talking about. So, we just want to make everything as real as possible.
I do. I mean, especially don't you find the people that have asked, at least the people I've been talking to recently about asking about what we're doing and what we're talking about, and you just throw out menopause.
Right.
Yeah.
And
it's I could go on and on and on about the trial and error that we went through just in that. Then you throw in narcissistic relationships and, relationships in general.
Yes.
Right? That could be
yes.
a series.
A series. So another thing that we're going to be covering.
It's just every person I spoke to along, with friends of ours, in common are this will be so good.
Well, just people our age in general.
It
People
is.
our age are just, going through it, It's a different phase. So it's just how are we going to embrace it? So I'm just so excited to talk about menopause and empty nesting and these just narcissistic men and women.
There's been both.
That
I've encountered. I've encountered a lot of them.
I know. You win.
I do win that one. But you've been educated on because of it.
Oh, 100%.
And
thank God.
And being my sidekick and my rock and my, person that has been
all that
through a lot with me.
Yeah.
And aging parents. You just
aging
lost
parents,
your mom.
That's a big one too.
There's
so many things. And there's so many things that you guys are going to help us discover, that you are going to want us to talk about or that you're thinking about, right?
I think so. You're ahead of me in the empty nesting. I still have
am.
Nate at home. He's graduating and after this airs 2 days later. So
Yeah.
it's approaching, but you've always been a step ahead of me. And I always thought that was really helpful.
It is helpful.
So if we can help anybody kind of what we've been going through and how far we've come and the things we've discovered along the way and
all of
some
it.
Tips,
Absolutely.
I wish I had that.
Listen, Amy was able to help me with that. So she was the step ahead of me.
And you definitely
And
did
she
for me.
Just was able to guide me,
Yeah.
which was helpful, and I'm also lucky because Elias is here. He is living in Salt Lake.
I love that
you
we get
guys
to
will
see
meet
him.
him later. He's going to be on for a little segment.
I love that he's here.
It's great. He's still family dinners and we can do our thing.
Yeah.
So, but
I miss our girls, but we talk to them every day, and I think you just learn how life looks. Life is so different now.
Well, you transition more into being a friend. You want to be at least I want to be friends with my kids. I feel like I parented them for 18 years and I'm more friends with them and I'm more of an advice giver.
I find that too.
you know, it's
We're still
different.
problem solving, but less. They're finding their way.
They're finding their way.
Yeah. So, it's crazy.
It's good.
It's really fun.
I love it. So.
But I love that I get to do this with you and, you know, get to talk about these things. And I think it's like creative and fun and a great outlet for us to, you know, hopefully meet some new people and get to talk to new people and, you know, learn things too, because.
Absolutely. And I want it to be a platform for people to have a voice, because there's so many things that are so many things that are different that are coming up, whether it's, you know, sweating or, you know, weight gain or kids leaving. Just and everyone is having different issues going on right now.
It's
right?
funny. It's funny because I just had a girls' weekend with my friends from college, and I know you do this frequently with your girlfriends, and you sit down together and you see like the commonalities of all of our bodies changing and, you know, the frustrations with all of this, like the hormonal imbalance.
I just want everyone to know it's normal.
It
and
is.
It's okay to talk about.
And it's actually fun. I mean, not fun. It's not, I mean, it's like great to have a camaraderie and like this like commiserating of like, okay, it's not just
I'm not
me.
alone,
Yeah.
and I have support.
Yeah.
And
it's not just
someone
me.
is so happy that I'm talking about it, because now they want to talk about it too.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I'm going through the same thing.
It's refreshing.
It's helpful.
It is helpful. I think now we like have to introduce ourselves to all these people that are going to listen to us, Kel.
I think that's a really good idea. No, I think that everyone should get to know us a little bit individually. So I thought
Okay.
that maybe I should ask you a few questions.
Sure. I know.
So Jen,
Learn
tell
about
all
me?
these great people about you.
Yeah,
Tell
well-
them. So where are you from?
Southern California. But I've lived in Park City, Utah since 2003.
Okay.
So a long time. So
Right
I
after the
really have
Olympics.
been
Yeah.
here longer than I was there,
Yep.
which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be 51 in a few weeks.
Sure.
I'm sure. I wish I wasn't. I wish my ID was wrong, Kelly.
I thought you were going to be 52.
Yeah, so I moved here with my then husband. Married, 2 kids here. You know them, Sarah and Nate.
You know them
And
well. Where'd you meet your husband?
at a bar.
At a bar. But in California?
Yes. I was 21.
When you met him.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Married him at 25.
Okay. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, great. So you moved to Utah in...
I did. In 2003.
Okay.
Right after the Olympics.
And your kids were born in...
Sarah was born in 2004, and Nate was in 2007.
Okay.
So I was 30, right? 33? 30 for her, 33 for
Yeah.
him.
I was the same.
That's weird. You were?
30 for Melissa and 33 for...
And I feel like
Elias.
that's not super young for Utah. We're old for that. Like,
Oh, yeah. No. Are you kidding me? Very.
So I felt,
very.
you know.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
no problem
Yeah.
with that at all. And then I know you stayed home and raised your kids, but you also were involved in a restaurant that you had in Main Street. Tell everyone what kind of restaurant
It was a barbecue restaurant.
Yeah.
It was here forever. I'm sure some of you have been there.
Yeah, exactly.
It was the only family place on Main Street in Park City for a long time. And it was fun.
It was fun. It was a lunch dinner spot.
Yeah, it was fun.
And like the servers there had been
Barbecue.
there for like a really long time, and we both still know many of them, and
Yes.
most of them are still friends.
It's crazy.
Yeah. We know you love to exercise, or at least I do. That's a big part of who you are. And we have gotten into cold plunging this year. Why don't you talk a little bit about that, Jen?
I really have.
Yeah.
I didn't think I really didn't think I'd ever do it religiously like I am. But I think that there is a real benefit to it for not only the hormonal things we're having, the changes, but for moods, like I just felt like I could see a physiological change when I was doing it. So I know you and I did the workshop together. We
Yeah.
did this Wim Hof workshop in February last year. And after that, I was like, I'm going to keep at this. And my son does it because he's a athlete.
Yep.
And I have found that it is part of my regime now. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
So every time I don't want to do it, I just think that
how good
I can feel so good after 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And what's 3 minutes? Not much. It's horrible.
To me, it's a long time, but for you,
well, and now that
not a
it's
long
getting
time.
cold, it's really hard.
Yes. No.
It's almost like starting over.
So I know.
My daughter's in college.
Yes, Sarah.
She's in college, living her best life.
Yeah.
But, that was a big part of my, taking care of her.
Mm-hmm.
She's special, needs, like a physical disability, and taught me a lot, just about what's important. And,
Compassion.
and I think
Patience.
that I really would like to do, a segment on raising a child like that and the things that I worried and stressed about. And I had you to always tell me things were going to be okay, and they are. She's doing great. And so if I could offer any parents that have worries like that, especially sending them off to college, that was a big one. That was a big one, because I did so much for her. But what I realized is she can do it, and she's doing it. And so that was a big, time gap. Suddenly, right? Like just having Sarah gone.
Well, it just freed up. So, I have more time because my kids aren't home, and obviously you do too. But you were with her so much more of her. You did so much more, on a day-to-day basis.
I really did. I didn't realize how much I did, with her, and how much that consumed me, mean, just raising her and making sure she's safe and okay and taken care of and her health is good and her, all of it. It's just it was such an added element to raising a child, I think.
100%.
But yeah, so now I'm, podcast is good to talk about. I'd like to help people that may be in that predicament and know that, you can talk to somebody like me, and I would have simply from you and other people, some, advice, about moving into a dorm and how to get her situated.
Absolutely.
And, all of that,
Yes. And for people that aren't even at the empty nest phase, even with the younger kids, I think you could offer a lot of good advice and information, just about people that are struggling with, raising a special needs child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've learned so much, someone that is brand new to it.
It sucks.
It would be, you're a wealth of information,
I really would love to do that because it was so isolating.
Yeah.
And especially back when, let's not forget that in 2004, there wasn't a whole lot of social media and, podcasts and people talking about it. And I had to sort of figure out her life in school, how to get her proper accommodations, how to,
And we live in a very small town where there's not a lot of, there's more challenges, with snow and with just getting around.
Logistics are hard. Plus, it's
hard.
an athletic town. So, everybody
Yes.
is doing sports, and if you're not involved in sports,
Well, that's what you do here in the winter.
Right.
Which winter is a huge part of our, our
Right.
biggest season that we have.
right.
So, you'll meet Sarah. She's the best.
Yeah.
She made her way, man, and she did it great.
Yeah, so that's what I did. I was a stay-at-home mom. I raised these kids. I didn't totally go career-driven, and now I'm finding my new passions and talking to new people and trying to find my way again.
I love it.
And I'm excited to do it with you.
I love it. And no, it's going to be great.
I really always wanted to do something with you, so this is really fun,
Yes. I can't-
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me...
Is it my turn?
Yes, it's your turn. I get to ask you
yay.
questions, even though I know a lot.
I know.
Well, you
know
a lot.
Yeah, of course.
But I want everyone else to know
More
the
like
great
an introduction,
Kelli.
yes.
Where'd you grow up?
Well, I grew up in West LA, but I moved here in 95. So I lived in West Los Angeles. I went to boarding school when I was 14. I moved to Chicago when I was 21, I think. 21, maybe
How was
20,
that?
22. I loved Chicago. It was such a great period time in my life to experience that, to do what I did at that time. Great food, great people, just a good energy, fun city.
Your daughter's doing something similar.
Yes. Thank God, not as
following
busy of
right
a city,
along,
but
following in her mama's
yeah,
footsteps.
I know. I'm happy.
It's good for her.
I know. I miss her, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then I came out here, Park City, for one winter.
And when did you get married?
I got married in 2002.
And you're still married.
I am still married.
Congratulations. That's a big deal now.
22 years.
Not many people last,
I think it's 50-50 or something now, right?
Wow. That's it.
I think. I don't
Odds
know.
aren't good.
Yeah, I mean, they're half.
Yeah.
They're not great.
Yeah. And you had your kids similar ages, similar to me, right?
I was 4 months pregnant when I got married with Melissa, and I had her at 30, and then, but she's a January baby, so I turned 31 the next month, and then Elias at 33. So 2003 and 2005.
And did you just stay home and raise them? And
I stayed home and raised them, but I always had like a side gig. I always had a hustle going on.
Right.
Always. Like I was helping at one of the restaurants, and then when they got into school, I would do things while they were in school. If I wasn't volunteering at school, I would go earn some money. So I always did something, but I mostly raised my children.
Yeah. Somebody had to be home,
I had to be home, but I had to do more. For me, I needed like more than cupcakes and play dates. Like I needed like stimulation. So
yeah, you've always been that way. Like you're very.
I have. So that was like it was perfect. It was perfect. So yeah, I did that for 8. I mean, it just ended.
I can't believe it.
It just ended.
And your kids. So we briefed on Melissa is living in the
Charleston, South Carolina.
She just moved there.
She just moved there. She
graduated and is off living her best life.
She's off living her best life, doing her master's online and exploring the East Coast for
it's a good time to do it.
A little while.
In your 20s.
Yeah, let her do it. Elias is down at the U.
And he's just started college and he's just getting,
He's doing great.
I love having him around.
I know. Very handy, very helpful.
So fun.
Very sweet.
You've been married to John how many years?
22.
Okay. And he's a chef, so he is gone pretty much a lot.
A lot.
And you've learned to sort of embrace that, and your relationship is kind of built around his schedule, right? Like he gets time off, you see each other or whatever, he comes home every night, you're lucky to have that, like that kind of thing. But you are now alone because your kids are gone.
Yes.
And it's you and John, and how that dynamic has shifted and changed to just you guys, like, so I think it would be interesting to talk to you about that.
Yeah, no, I think that could be an episode.
I'm sure it probably could be a whole episode.
I think that it probably could be, because that's just a big piece of what I'm trying to figure out, right? It's like kind of a big part of the next phase and chapter.
And what you both want.
What we both want, and obviously we still have the restaurant, and
which is Firewood on Main Street.
Firewood on Main,
and it's the best restaurant in Park City.
But he's busy. Thank you. You're so sweet.
Because he's there.
Because he's there.
He cares.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have a restaurant business. You got to be there.
You have to be there.
Yeah.
So yeah. We're navigating our way,
and that's such a great thing.
It is.
Like you made it through the hard part, and now it's kind of be like, what's the next chapter with that?
Yeah, that's like another chapter within a chapter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's just.
And I envy that, because I like you want your person, like you want companionship and somebody to do things with, and I have great friends, and I.
Yes, but which has been so selfishly, like he works a lot.
Yeah.
So a lot of my time is with you.
Yeah.
So it's been kind of great selfishly this last year, as much growing and learning, and as much as we've got educated and things have happened, we get a lot of
Fun
time.
I love that.
Yeah, even when they're, I mean, not even to say
John,
it's not
John
fun.
lets you do that anyway.
John
you were in
is
Italy
just
for
like
3 weeks. He let that out. I mean, he's
just
pretty great.
He's pretty supportive, I'd say. Yes.
Yeah, he's very supportive.
Yes,
See how much we have a lot to talk about.
We have a lot to talk about.
Well, we're going to, I guess, play a little game with Elias. Elias is going to join us in a second.
Okay. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so fun.
All right.
Okay, let's continue.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here.
You could like maybe be a game show host.
Oh, I could be. You ready? You guys ready for your first questions of the night?
Yes.
Well, these are not the first, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Trucks or cars?
Ooh.
Cars.
I like to drive a car, but I like my guy to drive the truck.
Ooh.
That's pretty
Oh,
good
this is a
because they
good
can
one.
cart stuff.
Yeah. we cart a lot. Us Murcko's cart all the time. He's
That's
carting right now, actually.
Yes.
Alrighty, next one. Skiing or snowboarding?
Skiing. I didn't know how to snowboard.
What
But I
about me?
appreciate it. I love watching it.
What about
I love
me?
watching it too.
I love watching it.
Your son's pretty good at snowboarding.
You'll meet him someday.
Yeah, Christmas. Christmas is coming.
He's pretty good. Dress or skirt?
Dress.
Skirts are hard.
I don't even know how to you put a skirt on and do the
I
whole
do
thing.
it, but it's like it never looks right.
I don't even know the last time I saw you in a skirt. The last skirt I saw you in, I'll tell you the last skirt.
I can think of it. Good movie.
I wore one for Thanksgiving one year.
Yeah.
Remember?
Well,
That
maybe
little
you can
plaid
remember
one.
the one time you wore a skirt. The last time I saw you in a skirt, Sarah bought it for you at that shop in Sun Valley. And you tried it on and you didn't love it. It
the
was like
jean
$9,000 and you were like, I don't love it that much.
I wanted.
Mother's Day.
That was the
I
last
did. I
time.
wanted a jean skirt.
Mother's Day. You
Did I
wore
wear a skirt for Mother's Day?
Maybe.
Yeah, I might have.
See.
And loafers. Loafers are back.
Oh, I know. I love my loafers.
Skirts will be back.
I don't think you were in a skirt on
I
Mother's Day.
really want to love skirts.
Where
Me
was
too.
it?
I
There was
just don't know
something.
how to do
There
it.
was something.
And with
Yeah.
this whole area, like not
It's
where
hard
it used
now.
to be, like you
hard
can't
now.
like the tucking's kind of weird.
It's different now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for that.
So we're
question.
with dresses. Dresses, both of us.
Dresses.
Awesome. That was a great question. Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
I would say dinner. I'm not a breakfast person, although I can appreciate a good pancake.
Yeah, you can.
I really do.
Those Kodiak cakes are pretty good.
Yeah, I do.
Shout out.
I took the
Shout out to Kodiak
Yeah,
Cakes.
very big shout out.
They fuel the children.
We took the Kodiak oatmeal on when I just went down to Goblin Valley last week.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. Tasty.
Okay.
Lots
But
of flax
I
seeds.
normally intermittent fast,
Yes. No. Dinner for sure.
so I'm a dinner girl.
It's very nice. Concert or sports game?
Sports game.
Oh,
That's
a hard
I'm a football
one.
person. But
I'm gonna go concert.
you are?
Yeah.
I've been disappointed the last few concerts.
You have?
I think I have.
Dude, I just saw Lionel Richie
Oh,
yesterday.
you did. You
Okay?
did. You were
Hello?
dancing on the ceiling.
I am telling you, we were dancing on the ceiling. He played all the
Maybe
Commodore
the 80s
stuff.
I liked the concert.
I mean, we had so much fun,
Yeah.
and I felt kind of a little young in there. I will
You
say.
are young. What do you mean?
No, I mean, like I really felt young.
With the crowd?
Yes,
He's old now.
Yes.
He's older.
Well,
older than
that and
us.
just I think a lot of that generation is from like the Commodores, which is more they were born in the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
I got it.
Yeah.
I don't
They're
know.
done with menopause. Go ahead.
I don't know about the 60s. Spring or fall?
Fall. Spring's muddy here.
But it's kind of beautiful.
It is. It's always muddy.
Those are my two favorite seasons, and it is mud season, which is why we call it mud
You
season.
love it?
I love fall because of the colors and the crispness, and I love the
fall.
smells of the fall. But I will say I am so psyched to be warm for a little while.
So you like spring coming.
So I like spring coming. I like to watch the buds come on the trees and all
You're
the
so
flowers.
like a garden person.
I just love that.
Yeah, you're a garden person.
So I'm gonna have to go spring.
I say fall.
Okay, fall second for me.
Alrighty. That was a good one as well. Okay. Kind of similar to an earlier question. Gold or diamond?
Ooh.
Gold or
I'd pick a diamond.
Yeah, I got
Somebody's
what I
going to
would-
hand me that. But a gold is pretty. We
Yeah.
discussed that, but it's good.
Oh no,
it is
it's
pretty.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I picked gold last time.
Yeah.
but I wasn't up against diamond.
Yeah. Diamond's better.
Yeah,
Okay, next one.
Diamond status.
I know.
Everybody wants diamond status.
Okay. Europe or Asia?
Europe.
Europe.
Well, that was easy.
That was easy.
Yeah, I don't really have a big desire to head to Asia.
You don't want any of those balls or whatever's that bag.
When I went to
What?
Hong Kong, bouncy balls, fish balls. They're bouncy and delicious.
The funniest
It was
shit.
disgusting. I didn't eat them.
She starved.
I starved.
Yeah.
The food was weird. And I'm not really like, nah.
No.
I say Europe. There's much more diversity. And
Maybe we're wrong. Maybe someone's going to let us know that, like,
we probably are wrong.
That we're just
I'm sure
doing
there's
it
plenty
wrong.
I'm sure we are.
All right. Beauty or brains?
Brains.
Yeah.
I think
We're
that's
all
like-
going to be fat and old and wrinkly one day. So, you know what? You
yeah,
want to, like,
the beauty
enjoy
fades.
the person.
Beauty fades, and I
Enjoy
really
the
feel
person.
like intellect is like, and sense of humor and
It's
personality is sort of what I go for anyway. Like that's better.
Clearly.
Yeah, clearly. You're right. You're 100% right.
All right. This
Touche. You are right on that one.
Oh, Jason's going to love that.
Oh, God.
It's my brother. Hi, Jace.
Hey, Jason.
Okay. Last question of the night.
Uh-oh. It's
You
a
guys-
good
are
one.
you
I'm
guys-
ready.
Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Past or present?
To do what?
Like, do you like the past or the present?
Like, do you, like, look forward, you know?
Or look behind us or look in the future kind of thing?
Oh, I'm present. I'm a present.
Like, you're excited for what's to come, or you're like, oh,
I'm
that was a good
trying.
time?
I'm really trying to live in the present moment. I do think about the past a lot.
I think about the past all the time, but I look forward to the future. You know, like I
Yeah.
look forward to what's coming.
Well, that's
a hard one.
Yeah,
You know?
that's a hard one.
That is a hard one, but
But I think that's the whole like.
don't live in the past. Isn't that like a?
Oh yeah, you shouldn't. I mean, every self-help thing I've been listening to is
Yeah.
like live in the present moment,
Yeah,
be in
I
the
want a
present
different
moment.
last question.
We're here right
actually.
Yeah.
now.
I want a different last question.
Yeah, we need
Okay.
one more.
Okay.
I don't like that past present one. Okay, last question.
Okay, last question. Alrighty. I'll just pick one.
Yeah.
Watching sunsets or sunrises?
Ooh. I'm gonna go sunsets.
Me too.
I'm
I always
usually awake
remember
for
them
those.
by like what?
I'm usually awake for those.
And they're more
Just
dramatic.
say. I mean,
kinda.
like,
I love you.
it's true.
It's true. We're barely awake, but we're awake.
Yeah. Yeah.
This time change thing is killing me.
It's killing me.
I want to eat dinner at 4:30.
I know. So do I.
So do I.
I know, it's just, I
killing
want to
me.
get in bed by like 8 o'clock.
I have dinner at 4:30.
Yeah. I know.
Especially when I'm alone.
It's working for our intermittent fasting. We eat between noon and 4:30. Then we're done. Done.
Everything for hormones. All right. Well, thank you, Elias.
Thank you for wrapping this up again.
It was a good laugh.
Yeah.
Round
Always
two.
fun with you.
Round two. Always a good. Always
We got
a
to
good
play
round.
this again.
Oh, we're gonna
I'll
play
be
this
back.
with our kids.
I hope you'll be back.
This or that.
Let's do it.
Or that.
This or that. Thank you for tuning in and listening to this week's episode of JK, It's Not About You.
You can write in and ask your questions on our show's Instagram page at JK It's Not About You, and we will address your questions on the next week's episode.
If this episode helped you, we would love for you to share it with your friends and family.
Share the fun with all those that can benefit from a good laugh or cry with us.
Please rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and we would greatly appreciate you.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.